Hello students, today we will be starting with the remaining questions of exercise 3.3. In our last video we have completed till question number 3. So where I have shown you how to draw a bar graph from a given table of data. Okay, so now we'll start with question number 4. Now here we have a thing called a double bar graph. Okay, let's see the question. The performance of a student in first term and second term is given. Draw a double bar graph choosing appropriate scale and answer the following questions. Now you can see a table is given where it has different columns having the subjects English, Maths, Hindi, Science and Social Science, and it has a mark of first term and second term. MM means the maximum mark, it is out of 100. Now what we generally do if only one exam's mark and the subject are given, we will draw the x-axis and y-axis on the x-axis we will take the subjects, and on the y-axis I can take the marks, but here we will have a double bar graph. I will show you how a double bar graph will look like in a graph paper, but before that I will show you a rough idea of what a double bar graph might look like. I am showing it with a pen, don't worry about this. I will show it again in a graph paper. So please see here, suppose this is my x-axis, this is my y-axis, this is my origin. Here what I will do, I will take the marks. Suppose I will leave gaps like this. Okay, suppose this is for the first subject, say this is for English. Okay, next I'll leave one gap and then I'll take for Hindi. Now you might be thinking why I'm taking two particular area for this, because one will depict the marks for term 1 and another for term 2, and on this say y-axis I will take the marks of this exam. So suppose for the mark 67, just I am showing you, suppose the mark of English for term 1 is 67 and say for term 2 it's 70, so it might look something like this. Again for Hindi it's 72. Okay, it's 72, say let it be this, and for term 1 it's say 65, so let it be say something like this. Now you cannot write term 1, you can write that the term 1 here, term 2, term 1, term 2, every time you have to write down, but instead of that, can I do one thing? I am shading one particular section and I am leaving the other section, so I can depict that. Suppose the shaded portion shows me the marks of term 1 and the blank portion shows me the marks of term 2. So I can represent all the subjects here and marks on this side, and then I can do it, and I can write down the scale as required, as a particular scale which is required. Now I'll be showing you this in your graph copy, so how to do this one. Okay, let's get started with that. So I have used scale pens and sketch pens and pen. Please use only pencil for drawing a graph. Okay, now see, I have taken this as my x-axis, this is my y-axis, and you can see on the x-axis I have taken the subject, on the y-axis I have taken the marks. Now if you see the table properly, the marks, the minimum mark here is 65 and the maximum it's 95. Okay, so I do not require marks from 0 to 64. So what I can do, if I draw it, it will sometimes not have space in my graph copy to draw all the marks here, so I have given a break here. That means 0, it's continued from 0 to 6. Then I have taken interval of 60, 65, and I have taken till 100. This is 95. Okay, this is 90, as you can see. Okay, I have taken one extra, so it's 100. On the y-axis, I have shown you two methods. One, I have written first term, second term. Every time I have to write first term, second term, then the subject. So instead of that, I have not done it for the other columns. You can use this method. See, for first term, the mark of English is 67. So if this is my 65, count and see 67 and then 70. So this is the double bar graph, and between double bar graph, for these two we do not put any space. See, I have taken this much one big square gap, so after the mark of one particular subject I'll leave that much gap as required. Similarly for Hindi, the mark is 72 and 65. Then for Maths, the mark is 88, this one, and 95 here. And for Science, it's 81, you can see, and then 85, and 73 and 75. Now the scale I have taken as per my convenience. You can take any scale. See, on the x-axis what I have taken one big square is equal to mark of one term, okay, one term I have taken this. And then on the y-axis I have taken, see, if this particular area has 5 marks, that means here 10 boxes, small squares here. So two small squares will depict 1 mark. That is what I have written. The shaded portion shows me the term 1 marks, and a non-shaded portion shows me the term 2 marks. So this is what my graph will look like. Okay. After drawing the graph, there are 3 questions here where it is written. First question is written, in which subject has the child improved his performance the most? You can see where this is the term 1 and this is the term 2. Here also the child has improved. Here its performance is gone down. Here it's improved. Here it's improved, and here also. But where has the performance increased more? The gap, see, it's more. So it matches the child has improved his performance the most. Where the performance is least, you can see the gap. You can see here the gap is the least. So in social science, the performance is least. Then in the third question it is given, has the performance gone down in any subject? You can see term 1, term 2. Term 2 is bigger here. Here also, here. But here you can see term 1 mark was more, term 2 mark was less. So where has the performance gone down? For the case of subject Hindi. Okay. So please draw the graph neatly. Write down whatever your x-axis and y-axis represents. Which is your x and which is your y. Write down the scale and all the definition. This is a double bar graph. Now we'll write down the answer for the questions. Okay. So you can see here for number 1, in maths the child improved his performance the most. Now you might ask me where I am writing the answers. See, in your graph copy you have a page like this. So on the right hand side I have written the question number, and see on the left side you will draw the graph on this page, and on the right hand side you can write down the answers. Okay, so this number 1. Number 2, it was given, in which subject is the improvement the least? So let's write down in full statement. In social science, as it is given, and as science, that is social science, the improvement is the least. Okay, and the third one, has the performance gone down in any subject? Yes, comma, in Hindi the performance has gone down. Okay, so this way we draw a double bar graph and then we answer the questions that are required. Now in question number 5 also you have to draw a double bar graph, and then you have to find out the different solutions to the questions asked. Okay, so I hope this question number 5, you will be able to do. You can do it in a graph copy and then also write down the questions here. So I want you to do it as a homework. Coming back to question number 6, let's see question number 6. Take the data giving the minimum and maximum temperature of various cities given in the beginning of the chapter, table 3.1. Plot a double bar graph using the data. Now here you will go back to your textbook. Okay, the beginning of the chapter. Okay, table, there is a table. Let's see the table 3.1. I'll tell you the page number here. So let's just check and let you know the page number. The table for question number 6 is table 3.1. You will see it on the first page of the chapter. First page of the chapter. Okay, you please go through it. There is on the first page of the chapter, just below the introduction, you have a table, and there it's written temperature of cities as on 26/2006. City names are given like Ahmedabad, Amritsar, Bangalore, Chennai, Delhi, Jaipur, Jammu and Mumbai, and there are 2 columns for maximum and minimum temperature. So you have to make a double bar graph for this, and then you will answer the questions as the questions are given here. You can see in the questions, in the questions after the question it is given that you draw a double bar graph. 4 questions are given, like which city has the largest temperature difference, which has the minimum temperature difference, which is the hottest city and coldest city. So this will be your homework. So some of you might not be able to find out the table. The table means that question, the table that you require for making the graph, it's on the first page of the chapter, just below the introduction topic. Okay, so it shows the temperature of different cities. Now I hope you have understood this. I have shown you one double bar graph because others are done the same way. You can choose any scale according to your convenience. And this was the last part of the exercise. We'll do the next exercise in our next video. I hope you have understood and the explanation was helpful. If you have any doubt, please let me know. Everyone, please take care, stay home, stay safe. Thank you everyone. Have a nice day ahead.